you, man. I got a new pair. Like John, how you doing, sir?
Hey Doc, how are you?
Been waiting on you, man. How you doing?
I'm right here.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing there, my brother?
Doing well. How you doing?
Hey, it's a beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
God gave us, so I'm gonna use it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. So what's doing?
Oh, you see the new shirt that came out, new apparel?
Huh?
This the
Oh,
new
that is
apparel.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So how's it going, man? We're gonna do a little podcast today. I'm interview you, man. I want to tell the world about you more, man, because you're a great guy, man. You accomplished so much in life, man. I tell people all the time to never give up in life. You know what I mean? To always keep going. And
Well, you know what? You know what? Let me tell you, Shawn. You give up in life, life is over for you. Your attitude is your longitude. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I say, hey, God has given me this day. He's given it to me.
yes,
Now,
sir.
what I do with it is totally up to me. The blessing is given, and then he gives you free will to deal. He said, I'm going to give you this day,
Yep.
and I'm going to give you the freedom to use it the way you want to.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
then once you get that freedom to use it, if you don't use it in the right way, don't blame God, blame you. Because he's already given it to you to do.
Yes, sir.
All right? So that's how I look at life. If God give it to me, I better know how to use it.
Well, he gave you the vision, man. You took off with it, man. I'm definitely proud of you, sir. I even read an article. I remember, John, when I first heard about you, when I first met you through Marcus, I went on Google, read an article about you, and it said you did work with Vibe magazine, so many top magazines out there, She magazine, Beauty.
Let me tell you. Kay Slay had a magazine called Straight Stunting.
Yeah.
Okay, Kay Slay have a video saying if it wasn't for Mr. Blassingame, Don Diva, Tiffany, I got them started on the newsstand. Feds magazine, Antoine Clark, I got them started. As is, okay. Sheen magazine, Upscale magazine. I worked with Essence magazine when they first started. So the history is there, but the blessing came first.
Yes,
I
sir.
was blessed to be able to. So once I got the blessing, then it was up to me to use that blessing in the right way. And the right way to use that blessing is to help others, because what you give out, you get back.
Right about that.
Okay? When you put nothing into anything you do, you get nothing back.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're blessed with the insight.
Well,
Okay, now
well,
we are blessed.
I understand that, sir, because I remember when I was homeless, like I told you, and I told many
Mm-hmm.
others before, I gave my clothes off my back, John. You don't know that story. When I was
Mm-hmm.
homeless, man, when I was homeless, sir, I had
Mm-hmm.
Ralph Lauren, I had Jordan, I had so many clothes that people didn't think I was homeless, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
define myself as a homeless person. You know what I mean? And I gave my clothes off my back to all these homeless people who was in shelter with me, because I felt bad because they was underdressed and I wanted them to feel good about themselves. So I definitely feel the giving and receiving back more too as well. So right about
Mm-hmm.
that, sir.
Well, you know what? That's why you are where you are today, because you did put out. And when you had, when you give, you get back. You get back.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at life every day. Okay. I've helped so many people. And hey, listen, some people don't understand. Okay. They're with you for a season and a reason. And sometimes it's the wrong reason that they're with you.
Okay.
Okay. But God got your back anyway, any day. So when he'll let you know eventually who is who and what is what. So that's what I look at when hey, I'm going to support. because only God knows who's for real and
Yes, sir.
how to handle a situation.
Yes,
So I
sir.
just leave. I let go and hey, listen. And let God. Every
Like that.
day when I wake up, I let go and let God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, and He's brought me this mighty long way right here today.
Man, John, you inspire me, man, because you keep
Hmm.
pushing, man. You ain't giving up.
I
I
can't give
agree.
up. You give up, that's hey. When you give up, that is it. That is it. You're no longer living. You're existing.
Yes, sir.
When you give up, you're no longer living. You're existing.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said earlier, when you wake up in the morning, He's giving. That's your blessing.
Yeah.
That's your blessing. Use it.
If I tell everybody, man, especially on Wednesdays and Fridays, people are like, thank God it's Friday. I'm like, no, thank God
Uh-huh.
for another day. Thank God for another day. Not thank God it's Friday. Thank
Hmm.
God for another day.
Another day. Because
Yeah.
He's giving you opportunity. When He gives you life, He gives you opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Opportunity to change your life, change your direction, change your way. You make a mistake, He gives you the day to correct it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, as I said, you just don't know how many days that I said, okay, I got to let God handle this. Okay, because I know He knows. Okay, and this is how I live my life. I said, okay, every day I give it to Him.
Yes, sir.
I mean, as I said, I've helped many book magazines, many publishers, many models, many designers, many people. You'd be surprised of
Yeah.
how many people that I've given uh,
Tell
information.
them about the Paris one, sir. Tell them about the Paris the video of the year back in the I think it was like you said year 91 who had won the contract to Paris and
Yeah, Deborah Shaw.
yeah.
Deborah Shaw was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All right, and she did my show, the International Model of the Year. Okay, she won my show. Now Deborah got to be. I want you to remember is 6'1", long,
Uh,
elongated. Okay, she had the ability. She had the ability. So she went to. She won my show, and I sent her to Paris, France. Okay, she went over to Paris. And guess what? Deborah is in Paris today. She's modeled for Valentino. She's been on the French Vogue. She goes to New York Fashion Week, the Parisian Fashion Week. She just took off in Paris. She's one of the top 50 models in Paris today. And guess what? It all started with the New Day Associates fashion show. She won, and we sent her to Paris. Okay, there are so many stories like that we've helped. I've worked with Will Packer. Will, I helped him with his first movie called Menage a Trois with Kenya Moore. I
yeah.
helped him promote the movie. He's been to my shows, the shows that I do every year. This is my 43rd year of doing the International Model of the Year. Okay. We've done the International Designer of the Year, 31 years. So, I mean, what we do is we help young models, designers, makeup and hair people. We help take them to the next level. By the way, let me let you know, I'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, June 25th and 24th, Atlanta Fashion Week. They just hired me to host that show. Okay.
Congratulations, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, and then the 25th, which is my birthday, they're gonna do it after the show. They're gonna have a birthday celebration for me right there at the event. So,
I gotta be there, man. You know I
yo,
gotta be
you
there.
no, no, not you gotta, you gonna, not gotta, you gonna.
Yes, sir. You know, you already know I'll be there.
There you
I
go.
will be there.
And we're doing our show May 20 first, May 20th, May 21st, and 22nd. Our international model of the year, okay, our international designer and full figure model. Okay, that those three events will be going on the 22nd, where we send the best male and female model to Paris, France, the best designer to Paris, and the best full figure model will be going to Cancun, and a fashion cover for Size Overrated magazine. And the of course the designer and male and female model, the international, will be getting a fashion spread in Sheen or Upscale magazine.
And that's
So,
true too, guys. He's not playing either because when I went there and Halloween weekend, he got me in fever. So guys, he's not playing. Tell him, John, man. I'm telling you, John. Tell him, John. Don't miss this opportunity.
we have Media Made magazine. We have the R Report magazine, okay, that we work with. We have Indie Gatekeeper magazine. These are all magazines that I have been working with. I got them their beginning on the newsstand. So, this is what we do. We also work with a motivation and inspirational magazine called Bully Magazine, and a magazine called Grace.
Yep.
Okay, Style and Grace magazine. So there's a lot of things going on. We're trying to take it, as I said, to the next level. We as Black folks, we have to start to understand what's going on in the system today. Okay, and we have to be motivated to say, okay, we know what we have to do. For 400 years, this is the way it's been. And only one that can change a situation is you.
Yes, sir.
When I say you, I mean us as Black folks. We have to start to motivating ourselves and doing it the right way, and
Well, my bad, sir.
start working together.
Well,
Okay.
how we
But
can work
if,
together, sir, is eliminate the N word. You know,
mhm.
one thing about it, and I'm trying to change that right now. I call everybody king or queen. You know,
There you go.
especially my peers. You know, when I go to my peers, I be like, "What's going on, king?" They be like, "You know what I mean?" So that's how we can stop that right there. Because
Well, we have to eliminate the N word. We have to start demotivating ourselves and start to motivating ourselves, okay, and inspiring each other. Okay? We have to start supporting one another,
yes, sir.
not kicking one another in the butt.
Yes,
Okay, this is where we go wrong. We don't stick together. We don't motivate each other. You know, we have to understand that one of the most important things that you have to learn is to have land and have your own system to working together. You look at the other nationalities, they all have their own system of working together. We got to remember when we came over here, okay, we weren't brought over or we weren't invited over. Okay, we were captured and taken over. Okay, and they used us to develop this country. Okay, they took away all of our, okay, believing that we're nothing or nobody. So we have to change that mentality today, and that's what we have to do today to get our motivation and inspiration back to where it need to be. Okay, we are somebody, and that's how we have to think every day. We are somebody. Okay, and nobody can take it away if you believe it. Believe in yourself. That's the bottom line. That's
You gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta be able to just. I tell people all the time to have self love. You gotta love yourself. That's
well,
the biggest thing
it,
right there.
it.
You gotta love yourself. If you don't love yourself and really commit to bettering yourself every single day. And like I tell people all the time, like this past couple of days ago, we got like a few memberships in the gym. I tell people like, why wait till a new year, new me? You know what I mean? You should work on yourself every single day.
Every
Self
day.
love. You know what I mean? And new year should be a new opportunity. Like this new year, it's gonna be our new opportunity to grow and elevate to new levels.
Right. Well, that's it. Every day is it. And listen, when God gives you this day, that's your inspiration right there. Your inspiration is okay. I got another day to make a difference. To make a difference. That's how you have to start thinking in life. How do I take this life and make a difference out of it? Okay, that's what you have to start looking at when you start to living your life, is saying, okay, I'm blessed with this. Now let me use it. Let me in the right way. Okay. And never let anyone tell you you are less than who you are. You're
Exactly.
a child of God. And that is inspiration right there.
Exactly.
You're made in God's image. That's an inspiration right there.
Yes, sir.
Only you can demotivate yourself.
Yes, sir.
Say, if you allow someone to come in and take your space, that's only you can demotivate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you just, I mean, that's why I tell people you gotta find what your why is. John. What matter of fact, John, what drives you, man? Like, what gives you that energy every single day to go out there and just accomplish everything, man? Cause you still pushing it, man. So what drives you? What gives you that fire every
You
single
know
day?
what? I I just it's an innate situation within myself. I say I can't be less than who I am. I can't think less than what I am. Okay? When I get up in the morning, I say, hey, I can't say, you know what? Let me put it this way. If I get it up in the morning and I say, oh, it's going to be a bad day, I don't want to get out of this bed because, okay, it's going to be what I say it is. But if I get up in the morning and say, hey, it's a great day, my attitude is I'm going to take over wherever I need to accomplish or whatever I need to accomplish, I'm going to accomplish. Okay, can't nothing but me stop me from doing what I have to do. That's the bottom line when you wake up in the morning. That drives me. That's my motivation. Can't nothing but me stop me.
I like that. I like that. I
Mhm.
like that, man. You right about that, man. I tell people all the time, man. You got people my age, John, and
Mhm.
be like, "Oh, I'm too old. I'm too old." Like, nah, you getting blessed. You ain't getting old. You getting blessed.
If you hey, listen, what you say when they say that I'm too old, guess what? They're claiming what they are. They're claiming it. They're claiming it. Anything you start in your mind and comes out of your mouth, okay, you've already claimed it. Okay, and that's what it will be. That's what it will be. If you claim it, you're gonna have it. Watch for it because it's coming.
Yes, sir. It's all about how you define yourself. That's how I define myself.
Exactly.
Exactly. I define myself as an athlete, a warrior, and an artist.
Mhm.
So I ain't getting old. I'm getting blessed. I'm getting wisdom.
What what you said earlier? You said, "Oh, I'm on my job. I'm working and this and that, and But when you said, But when you finish that day, you say, I'm coming in to do what I want to do and what I'm putting my mindset in to motivate and move forward. So you are doing what you want to do now. This is your lane that you in. Unapologetically. Unapologetically. You
Yes,
say,
sir.
this is what I'm doing. This is the way I want to do it unapologetically.
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
That's how you got to look at life.
Got to.
No man can take anything away from you that you don't want to give them.
Yes, sir.
Nobody. You
It's all
know?
about leaving a legacy as well, too, sir. You gotta leave your legacy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, for example, you and your son, you know, you doing great things, and by you doing great things, you still pushing it and being around great people and just accomplish so many things. You encourage Marcus. Marcus doing great
Mm-hmm.
things. You know what I'm saying? I see my boy Marcus out here grinding. I'm like, okay, Marcus, I see you.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so
But I tell them, but you know, what you put into life, you get out. You know, I tell young people that all the time. Nothing in, nothing out. So shall you think, so will it be. And I tell them, your attitude is your longitude. It's up to you to take it to the top or leave it at the bottom.
yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
mm,
So,
uh,
John, if you could, real quick, man, tell them we got 8 viewers in the room so far, man, and we got a few people like we got Mary. She want to go to the fashion show. So, if you could tell them a little bit more about the fashion show, how it's postponed to May, the vaccine, how you got to be vaccinated and stuff like that. If you could.
well, yeah, we are, well, by May, we hope that we don't have that same situation. We ask God to you know, by then, everything will start to clear up. Okay. And, you know, we won't have to go through that. But, the May the 20th through the 22nd is a 3-day event that we're doing the International Model of the Year, the International Designer of the Year, and International Full Figure on May 22nd. I'm going backwards now. On May 21st, we have our film and music industry networking party. You know, I'm inviting people like um, Rob Love, the former vice president of Def Jam Records, Jimmy Kane from Wu Tang. Jimmy is the vice president of Wu Tang Management. Bernard Bronner from Upscale Magazine. Sheen Magazine will be there. You know, we have the young lady who who's on the reality TV show who won my Hype Here when I was publishing Hype Here, the Hype Here International Beauty, Candace Dillard. Her and her publicists will be there. We have a lot of people from the fashion, film, and music industry that the great networking division that will be in the house that weekend. Again, it's going to be May 20th, May 21st, and May 22nd at the Marriott Hotel. And I always say this, and I tell everybody this, your network is your net worth. If you don't get out and network, you'll never be worth it. Okay? Because you surround yourself, and I say this very seriously to everyone that's in the sound or have their ear in the sound of my voice. Surround yourself with people that can do something in your right direction. If I want to be rich, I ain't gonna hang around with no poor people. But how can they teach me how to be rich? If I want to be anybody, anything I want to be, I'm surrounding myself with people that can help me in that direction. Don't surround yourself with negativity because that's what you'll get.
Exactly. You want to go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate
How about that? That's the bottom line. Right. Bring yourself in that direction, and that'll take you to that level.
it. Yes, sir. I can't wait. And not only that, John, we got a fashion show going on here in Maine, guys. So all my Mainers who watch it
Oh
right now,
yeah.
you know, John's like a father figure to me, man. So guess what, guys? He's coming to Maine and in March, St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're doing an event. Up Stylish is featuring his own fashion show here in Portland, Maine. It's gonna be St. Patrick's Day weekend. I just got the announcement today, so flyers will be coming out. And John, I can't wait to see you here, man. It's gonna be
Hey,
bananas. I can't wait.
it's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait.
And then let them know that there are models up there and there's designers up there and folks that would like to have an opportunity to be in a fashion show, and we'll have some of the magazines to come up and cover it, etc. So if you're a model, if you're a designer, makeup and hair people, please get in touch with Shawn. Let him know that you're ready for the next level. Okay.
Let's do it.
And you know, we'll make it happen. We'll take it to the next level.
Yes, sir. Tell you a quick funny story real quick.
Shawn, give them
Yes,
your
sir.
email address, or and some way they can get in touch with you, so that you know.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all can reach me on my IG. Email me Sean Gardner 207 gmail.com. And if like this fashion show that's gonna be in May is gonna be the first fashion show in Maine. And I got the news connect, so the news gonna be here too. So possibly could be on the news. So like I'm really trying to bring Maine out. So it's gonna be a big show. And guys, John has a lot of great people surrounding him too as well. And if you
Mhm.
in Maine and you want to meet some great people and you want to go to a great fashion show in May, uh, March is your great opportunity to be invited to the show in May because
Yeah,
John meet
right,
you.
right. To come on down in March, because that's gonna be the show. It's gonna be showing his line, and you're able to purchase it at that time. Am I correct, Shawn?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
you're able to purchase Shawn's line at that time.
I see it right here.
You got local talent that you have to come out and support. This gentleman is doing a lot of great things in the area, and he needs that support from folks from the area. So please, folks, come out and support your own. I said it earlier. If you don't support your own, okay, you'll never have or anything to take it to the next level. We got to start working together. We got to start putting the time in. If you want time out, okay, you got to put time in.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing from nothing leaves nothing,
Yes, sir.
and that's
I,
what. And this gentleman here is doing a lot to take his community to the next level, and the support from that community is going to help him and motivate him to continue to move forward. Okay, especially in the Afro American community. Okay, we need to support one another. I
yes, sir.
say one hand washes the other, and both hands wash each other.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's how we have to look at life. We have to start washing each other's hands to keep life for us moving to the top. If we don't support one another, we will never make it. Okay.
Yes, sir. I mean, and that's why, I'm on Clubhouse and I do a lot of stuff around my community trying to get all these young kings and queens in tune with the show and really go out here because a lot of people right now, especially the young folk, man, the 20-year-olds with the COVID going on, they're going crazy. They just not really applying themselves anymore. They just give up and live out the government. A lot of young folks, like I know a 21-year-old who just don't really care about life. I'm like, yo, you mad young, like you 21, like come on. I wish I was 21 again. Give me the opportunity to be 21 again, please. Like, if I know what I do at 9:21, man, you know where I be at right now, John?
As I said, you gotta go ahead and live your life and not exist. Let's live our life and not exist in life.
Exactly.
Okay, and we got to keep it going, Doc. You're
Yeah, you
doing
better
you're
put
doing
that.
you're doing a wonderful thing. I'm proud of you. And again, I just ask your community to start supporting you and giving, keep hope alive.
Thank
Keep
you, sir.
hope alive.
Oh, we got Marcus in the building. I'm gonna bring Marcus up. We gotta bring Marcus up with us,
Yeah,
sir.
come in.
Bring him in. I got you. I'm gonna bring Marcus up right now. My brother. We were just talking about him too. We were just talking about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. We gotta bring him up. We were just talking about him too. Mark, what's up, Marcus? Big bro. What's up?
What's going on? I saw you had the doctor in the building.
Yeah, I
The
did.
the orchestrator of my DNA. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man. We were just talking about you too, man. Your ears must be ringing or something, man. Cause I gave John his flowers. I was like, he's doing great things, and by him doing great things, man, that led to you doing great things. Now you out here grinding, doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, man. Like father, like son.
Yeah, man. And he laid the blueprint.
Um, well, I keep telling Mark, and I say, hey, what you put in life, you get out. Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's the
Absolutely.
bottom line. I'm proud of him with his. And Mark, talk about your magazine, the End of
Please
Black
do.
magazine.
Please do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Thank you. First of all, yeah, I didn't realize that, you know, they had such a flourishing community in Maine, and just the fact that Shawn, reached out and started engaging through social media, which shows the value of social media. Because I really never have ever met anybody from Maine, let alone in the business. So that's a blessing in itself, and I think you were referred by another young lady, Shawn, that connected us, and she was directing you to reach out to some people in the business.
Yeah.
So I forgot who that was, but shout out to her because she was looking out for you and putting you on to people, and that was always good. That's what it says about your integrity. Because people don't just put people on. People don't just introduce people, to people like John. So through that young lady, you must have impressed upon her and made a good impression because she connected you to me, instantaneously, without us really having contact with each other, without me having any business in Maine and knowing anything about it. I felt that was interesting that we were able to connect. I'm connecting to people in the Ukraine. I'm connecting to people over in China, and we're really able to have the conversation that we probably would not have had without the technology. So, that's one thing. The technology is a blessing. A lot of people, complain about social media. They complain about the fact that it's not, it's taking away from real life, and people are, getting sick from it. But you know what I blame? It's not the technology. The technology is a blessing. It's how you use it.
Right. Right.
It's how you use it. People made an issue about Facebook utilizing the algorithm for all, like negative algorithm. I was like, no, it wasn't. Facebook was like, well, what are people, where do people spend their money? And they started checking the algorithm and it was going to the negative. And Facebook said, hey, okay, so let's send the algorithm to where the money's at. Because they're a business. They're not Malcolm X. They're not preaching off the top of a soapbox. They're going for their money. And so if this is what you want, if this is where you give your energy to, then expect to get that in return. This is man-made. We control it. And people don't understand we control this. But when we control it, we also control what we find wrong with it. And that's the main issue. If you don't like negative, don't feed negative. Okay? If you don't, because this is a tool. So if you use a hammer to hit somebody upside the head and you feel that it's wrong, stop hitting people in the head with your hammer. Take it and
Yeah, you know what you do?
build a
You hit
house.
you build the house. That's right. You hit the nail, not the head. And you hit the head of the nail. That's what you
It.
do. You got to learn what life is all about
That's
and
it.
how to utilize life and stop playing with life. Because a lot of people today, well, that's what they do. They play with life. You
Right.
got to learn how to take life and make something out of it. You know, a lot of our
Absolutely.
young folks today don't understand that they have to learn how to use life. God has given you a blessing. If you don't use your blessing, you lose your blessing.
Absolutely.
Okay? I always say that if we learned anything by being on this podcast today, let's learn how to use life and not lose it. Okay? When you look at what's going on in the world today,
Mm-hmm.
every day someone is losing life because they don't know how to use that life. How do we use it? We stay motivated, we stay inspired, we
Yes.
do inspirational things to take life to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, God has given a gift. Use your gift. Use
Absolutely.
your gift. God has given it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's up to you to take advantage of what you got. If you
Right.
don't use it, you'll lose it. Okay? That's how I look at it every day when I wake up. Okay, here's another day now.
You know,
How am I going to take this next day and build something bigger than I had the day before?
it's funny you say that. You use it or lose it. I had surgery and they put me into physical therapy, and they advised me. They said a lot of people don't stick with their physical therapy. So basically, what physical therapy is having you reintroduce the usage of that limb or that body part. So it's asking you to slowly reintroduce the usage of it, because when you're injured or after surgery, you're not using it. So what happens is you have to start using it. If you don't use it, your knee is not going to bend.
Exactly.
Your shoulders
Exactly.
go up.
That's
Eventually,
right.
eventually, your back is not going to work. Your hips are not going to work. None of that's going to work if you don't use those body parts. So if you don't exercise, if you don't stretch, if you don't do the things that you're supposed to do, you're going to lose all functionality. You're going to lose all mobility. You're going to see people doing things and you're going to make excuses as to why you're not doing them. You'll be like, why is this person dancing? They're too old to dance. Why not? What does age have to do with it? Okay. If you can do it, do it. The only reason why people are complaining is because they can't. They say, "Well, I'm too old." No, you lost it. You gave it away. You decided not to engage. You decided not to help yourself out, and you lost it.
But you know what, Sean, what did we say earlier about age? I said, listen, when you say to yourself, I'm too old, guess what? You're too old because you claimed it. When you stop
Yeah,
claiming
yeah.
situations, you'll stop giving it power over you. When
And you
you
can't
start
let
claiming
people
it, that's what
right.
happened. You're
You can't let
claiming.
people tell you that you're old either, because that's they people feed you negativity as well.
Well, and
Right.
they can only feed it to you if you allow
If
it to
you
come
eat it
into
right.
Yeah,
you.
but it's
And to,
somebody tell me I'm getting old. I tell them, no, I'm getting blessed. I'm getting wisdom.
I'm getting,
Amen.
I'm getting better.
Amen.
That's it.
You know,
That's
Amen.
it.
yeah,
That's it.
you gotta be consistent and persistent, man. Like I never got into with Marcus. He'll tell you, man, Marcus, I was persistent, bro. how many times I was in your inbox until you actually wrote back?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I use my inbox mostly to, you know, engage. You know, I'm a stylist, so, you know, my purpose on Instagram is really for business. I don't really socialize on Instagram. I really don't, you know, I don't look for new talent. You know, I engage. I look for designers because I'm a stylist, and then I look for clients. You know, in the inbox, I look for clients to reach out and say, "Hey, I'd like to spend some money on with you." And that's pretty much that's my focus and goal.
Yeah.
Socializing, you know, come to the New Day Associate event and meet me in person. You know, we're posting and promoting the events all the time. You know, it's not hard to find out where I'm at. You know, come out and meet me in person. Like, you know, we don't have to start a whole relationship on this social media platform because it's, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, there's people I've known on here for years and we've never met. You know, when you meet people, when you engage, when you come out the house, then you actually make things happen. And that's the most important part about it that we cannot forget is if we do engage on here, we have to come out the house. We're here now because you came out the house. You came from Maine, you came to New Jersey, and you engaged. That's really why this everything is happening the way it happened because you took initiative. We have to take initiative to make it happen. I just spoke to someone on this other app called Caviar that has to do with the magazines. And, you know, it's where all the magazines engage with their clients and the artists. You know, and they get, you know, the photo shoots published in the magazines through that app. One person engaged, reached out to me. They have a boutique. Now they submitted some pictures and I said, "Oh, you have a boutique? Well, these pictures would be good for advertising because here's a reality check. The people who engage in collaborative work are the artists. The artists include photographer, stylist, makeup, hair, model. Those five are the artists who engage. We all have something to offer, okay? A designer, well, after the shoot, after all five of us are done, the designer has maybe 50, maybe 100 dresses that they manufacture. So after the shoot, they can go sell those dresses. But after the shoot, the five talents have nothing to sell. So in that case, I told the person, I said, look, since you have a boutique, why don't you do an ad? Why don't you advertise in the and support the format that you're bringing your thing to? Because what you're doing is you're going to turn around, you're going to take my media and press, and you're going to sell. You know, you're not contributing your art. You're not working like we worked. What you're doing is you're taking some images, something whatever you put together, and the product that you have, and you're using us to sell it. That's called an ad. And people have to stop thinking, stop starting businesses, trying to start a magazine. You know, if you're not a photographer, if you're not one of the contributors, one of the five contributors, and expect everybody to work for free. If you're not contributing too, get up in the showroom and style something, pull out the camera and shoot something. But don't be I did one photographer who he works for Numero magazine. He cursed me out. He said, "I don't do nothing for free." And I said, "I understand." And, you know, the way the editorial business is, you know, I'm 100%. I said, but I'm an artist too. I said, and when you engage me to style, you're asking me for the same thing. You're asking me to style and do the same thing that you're doing. So at least as a magazine owner, I'm a contributor. I get out and I do the work. I actually don't sit on behind my computer and wait for people to send me their pictures. I do my own. And then if someone wants to contribute as well and be a part of the press and media, they're welcome. But I feel like integrity-wise, that I must also contribute. And then later on, I might partner with that person. We might go and work with another magazine and contribute together. But that's how it should work. But with everyone that's now sitting behind their desk, sitting behind the computer, and now they're trying to charge us as artists to be in a magazine, that is off the chain. That, you know, that's taking the entire industry and going backwards. I remember putting out $35,000 budgets towards paying for a magazine, paying the crew, paying the photographer, paying everybody, you know, and now it's magazines are charging us. That's the strangest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. Do not stop charging the artists, okay? Because that is a $10,000 contribution that we're making towards the product. Don't charge us. Stop it. I'm talking Glamour, Elle, Harper's Bazaar. Stop charging the artists. You know, if you don't like the work, don't publish it. You know, I told another person, I said, if you're submitting, be sure to look at the product to make sure that you're submitting the correct information. Make sure that the pictures are equivalent and the quality is equivalent to what we're bringing to the table. Make sure it's the same type of model we use, because we're usually using the top agency models. We have Maryland models in there. We have Supreme models in there. We have top agency models in there. So if that's going to be a model, make sure it's the right model. Make sure it's the right photographer and photography. There's great photography. All right. The Instagram models who used to be the video models have this certain style of photography where they shoot their curves and they have a certain kind of lighting and they have a certain kind of makeup and hair. They're beautiful, 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 but it's not editorial. You have to shoot editorial if that's what it's asking for. If we're calling for editorial, you have to shoot that. Don't send me a glamour photo and try to submit it for editorial, because that's not going to work. You know, you have to look at the format of the magazine and then submit according to the platform, you know, and not something different. So, you know, that would be my advice. Like if you're submitting, you know, to In Black magazine, you know, just make sure, like, you know, we do want to impress upon the community that, you know, we are a fashion related magazine. We have over 20 years experience in fashion, and it's going to show in our product. Right now we have Coco Roja in the magazine. We have the blondes, Philippe Blonde on the cover. You know, we have Paris Hilton's in the magazine, you know. So I mean, with all due respect, you know, that's a few $1 million alone that we're talking about. Bernard Bronner, the owner of Bronner Brothers, $36 million gentleman. I have him wearing Givenchy and Rick Owens and Prada. So understand that if we're going to put these type of level of people in the magazine, at least, even if it's the art of it, make sure at least the art matches, if not the level of talent and people that are involved. Make sure everything matches. So if it's brand new or somebody we never heard of, make sure the art is so incredible. There's look up In Black Magazine, Volume 7. Okay, and there's a story called Amazing Lights. Okay, look at that story. We don't, it might not be a name brand introduction, but it's the creativity that impresses everybody. It's the creativity and the art that they put into that. Look up the Amazing Lights story in Black Magazine. That will tell you what, if you're not coming with some type of brand name, it has to be an editorial shot, but at the same time, then go the creative route. You know, change that whole look. Brendan Forbes is a photographer who shot models who were not models, but the way he shot them made them look like editorial. You know, the only thing that you just can't go to their page because be like, wait a minute, that's her. You know, you know what I mean? Because you know, because then you realize that that's not the same thing. You're going to her page expecting something different, but that's what it's all about. It's all about upgrading, up stylish. You
Yes,
know,
sir. I ain't show you my
you
new
gotta
brand.
up stylish it. You
Yeah,
gotta up stylish it.
I got new joints in.
I see. I see.
But
Okay, you
look,
gotta put
Marcus,
that.
man,
You gotta put that. We gotta put that with a black leather motorcycle jacket, and it's a whole look.
I got a shirt for you, man. I meant to give you one before I left. I got one for you. I got you. But look, I got a question I want to ask you, man. I asked your dad the same question, man. Like,
Fresco, you see Fresco's question?
oh no, he has a question. What was the question?
He says, "Artists, what are some ways we make it past the barriers for entry, a
All right,
la Amazing Lights?"
that's a good question.
Well, I mean, you know that's exactly what they did. They did a shoot that was based on lighting. It was based on lighting, and they did some amazing things with the lights, and it was artistic and it was creative, and you know, it was more so about the art than it was about the you know, the model. It was about the photography and the lighting. Again, you know, if questions like that, I would implore you to definitely look at the magazine. You can download it for free if you go to In Black Magazine on Instagram. The link is in the bio. You can visit the magazine and download it for free and look at it and learn. That's what I put. That's why I'm giving it to you guys for free for right now to create the right way. And I see a lot of magazines now. I go to their page, they show you the first 5 pages, and then the rest of the magazine you got to pay for. Vogue puts nothing on the internet. They have no editorials for us to look at. You got to buy the Vogue in order to see the editorial and be inspired. M Black is here to inspire you to go and produce something that's equivalent. Because all I want to see is proper art. I don't want to see someone who's made a mistake in the art, who's produced the wrong uh, production or introduction of art. I want you to see what the art is supposed to look like, and then do it better. Do it better than what we did. You know, go the extra mile. You know, and then come back. I mean, and then, you know, perhaps we can be better than Vogue, because honestly, this is social media, this is the internet, and really, there's a possibility for us to surpass anything that was ever in front of us right now. We can go to a whole different level where we don't have to deal with the hierarchy. The hierarchy has lost its place because we as the people have a voice, and we have a voice to share with
Exactly.
each other, where we don't have to worry about somebody holding us down anymore. It's over. Look at hip hop. Hip hop is, do not mess with hip hop. Okay? Hip hop is definitely taking its rightful place and ownership as a culture, finally. And why? Because we've been able to express our voice the correct way. And now fashion recognizes us in a big way. If you go to fashion and you say, and you mention hip hop as the culture, they have no choice. And I've tested this in many platforms, and I've tested it in many rooms. And trust me, I've heard the conversation turn once I say, you know what? Hip hop as a culture is this A, B, and C. And they agree. Hip hop is a culture that your kids are dancing to. Okay. Hip hop is a culture that your designers are designing from. Hip hop is a culture that is a language that your people are speaking. You're speaking the language that we brought to the table. So at the end of the day, respect the creators as much as you respect the culture, because It's all inclusive. And we welcome everybody to share in hip hop. Hip hop is one of the most welcoming cultures ever. I heard the fashion industry was being sued by somebody in the Mexican government for utilizing a print. Like, really? Because
That's crazy.
respect the culture,
That's crazy.
respect it.
Yeah, that's
You know,
crazy.
and the Mexican government, like, you know, we're not playing with you. You're not going to take our culture and make $1 million off it and disrespect us. We got to be the same way. We're not trying to sue people, but if we're going to share the revenue as well.
Exactly.
If you're going to make some money off us, slide some back to the neighborhoods. At least do a charity. At least do something that, you know, for the kids in school. You know,
Yep.
any kind of initiative that can help us. You know, not even help, but just give back to people who gave you the opportunity. Because by creating hip hop and by living our lives, we're providing opportunities for others to express themselves in a different way outside of their own culture. So
Exactly.
look, let's come together and be thankful about something that we were able to come from our adversity and, you know, our downfalls and our problems and our hurt and pain, and we put it into a music, and we put it into a culture, lifestyle, and a fashion, and we put it out there, and now we're sharing with the world. We get France, China, Russia, they're all loving us. We love you back. Okay, but look, you know,
Y'all
share
coming to
some of the
Maine
money.
too?
Share,
Y'all coming
share,
to
share. Hey, share some of the bag, please, though.
y'all come to Maine too, man, cause I got offered today. The guy's actually watching right now. My guy DJ Scott, but he
Yeah,
wants me to do he want to do a fashion event based upon my apparel, which is pretty cool here in Maine. And
very nice.
I went to Doc. I said, Doc, man, you know, I got this fashion show that I'm gonna be featuring here in Maine. And he asked me all these questions. Like, I don't know. Like, it's my first show, so he willing to help out, man. He coming out here, so I want to see you out here too now.
Yeah, you and Jamaican tribe, you right. You know, a Jamaican tribe. You see what they did with Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
They did a sweater and called it the Jamaican flag, but it was actually the Rastafarian flag. See, that's why we now have a voice. Okay, so the news and media immediately identified the mistake that Louis Vuitton made by calling the Rastafarian flag the Jamaican flag. They call it a Jamaican flag sweater. And, you know, the culture is not having it. Like, that's not a Jamaican flag. That's a Rasta flag. You know, correct it. You know, and be happy. Actually, be happy that someone came in and corrected, because we have a lot of people. Like, everybody thinks, you know, our culture is you know, we're all just black. Nah, we Jamaican, we Haitian, we from all you know, we from all over the world. Okay, there's so many different flavors of black, you know, and you got people who work for these companies who are West Indian that are sitting here like this. Lord of mercy, they can call the thing the Jamaican flag, man. Like, you know, and they work in fashion. We can name a few fashion editors, a few people who are creative directors in the fashion world that work for these brands that are actually West Indian. And, you know, they represent these brands, and they have to go home and talk to the mother and say, man, like, we don't call it making that crazy, you know? So that's the main thing that we have to do is, you know, we teach the culture, we share the culture, you know, but you know, come to us and ask questions. And then don't take something, flip it around a little bit, and then call it somebody you made it. Somebody you made that up. No, you didn't. You just took it. We're going to address one. It's called reggaeton. I forgot his name, but it's a gentleman in Puerto Rico that, you know, that I'm learning a little more about how reggaeton came about.
Hey guys, I got to get off because I got another event, another conference call.
Yes, sir.
All
all
right.
right, all
So
right, Doc.
Okay, and y'all go ahead and enjoy.
I got it. Yes, sir.
God bless you, doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, Mark.
Let's address reggaeton. All right. So reggaeton, they're doing amazing things with it, especially in the Miami market. The Latin, I mean, first of all, we know the Latin market is highly supportive of, their talent. They're highly supportive of the people in the culture. So, they're doing magnificent. Their following on social media is in the millions. Like the reggaeton market is spectacular. I mean, the community is one that we must definitely admire and maybe perhaps learn from, that unity that they have. But let's address the real deal. First of all, the name is called reggae tone. I'm going to need you to give that back to the inventors of reggae. I mean, you already got the name right, okay? And we understand that you're mixing it up with a little bit of a little bit of Latin culture, but you're not giving any props to anybody in reggae. If you're going to say reggaeton, you gotta continue to give props back to Bob Marley, Buju Banton. You can't be in there talking about reggaeton and then your people, your children don't know those names. It's a collaboration. You don't own it. Okay? It's a shared culture.
Yep.
So that's what you have to do. You have to share. Stop being so selfish. You're already making millions that somebody else didn't make. So share it.
So why is that? Why is that, man? Our culture like that, man. That we not really like that towards like the Jamaicans and the reggaeton music. If we can model them, man, and be like them, man, I think we'll go far. We'll get farther. You think?
Well, we can't model and be like anybody. We got to be ourselves.
You're right.
But
Yeah.
we have to. But we have to put the integrity into what we do. We have to put the integrity into ourselves. And we have to be proud of ourselves and proud of our brother and share with each other, just like any other culture does. But we don't want to be like anybody. Everybody's loving us. We are already loved. So we don't need to be like anybody because we're already producing things that other people want where we can just be ourselves. We can just be ourselves. What do you mean be like anybody else? We don't have to be like anybody else. We are hip hop.
You're right.
Hip hop ain't like nobody else. We are street fashion. We are graffiti art and culture. We are the culture. We don't have to be like anybody but ourselves. And share our culture, which we do openly. And there's nothing wrong with openly. I love the fact that, that we welcome and openly share our culture. Okay? But we have to also, we have families to feed just like anybody else has families to feed. And if someone else is feeding their family off of hip hop culture, we should also be feeding our families off of hip hop culture.
I agree.
And there's 2 points. One, those who are making a living off of our culture, they need to share. And if there's some doors to open the doors. And then for us, we need to buckle down. We need to buckle down and learn. Like, it's more than just, having fun and just creating. You got to learn the business. You got to learn your business, because that's the difference. The reason why they're able to make a living off us and we're not able to make a living because we're not educating ourselves on the other end. I take 50 Cent, for instance. he doesn't have to make another rap album for the rest of his life. Why? Because he invested. He invested into brands. He invested into a liquor brand. Of course, he has real estate. Anybody who's making that much money, there's no way in the world as an artist, if you're doing that many shows and you're doing anything, close to even 80,000 a show, which is nothing. If you're doing that much, you should be owning some amazing properties. You should be owning properties off of the beach, from Boca, to the Hollywood Hills. You should be owning those properties because you have enough money to do so. But that's what it's all about. It's all about franchising. There's no way you're going to be rapping at the age of 60. So you have to prepare. If you're going to rap, if you're going to start a music career now, okay, start now and invest in when you're 60. Like, okay, I'm doing these shows. I could have bought a car, but no, I'm going to buy a house. And I'm going to lease that, put that house on the market, flip it, let it go to the next side, before you buy the car, okay? Before you buy the car, let everybody else do the flossy stuff. You invest in your own business, and in your future, and your children's future, and your grandchildren's future. That's the first thing you need to do as a recording artist. And not only as a recording artist, but as an actor, any kind of artist in any arts, you should have a game plan where you turn your art and the network that you gain into revenue outside of what you do with your hands, outside of what you do as a craft. That's what we don't do. We look at things and say, oh, that person is a designer, and we feel like that's all they do, and they're doing well as a designer. They're making a lot of money. How do you know that a portion of that money has been taken out and put into another business? How do you know they don't have a restaurant or something in their name? You have to really look into the different people and why they're doing so well, and why one business seems like it's doing spectacular and another one is doing the same thing. It looks like it's just doing okay. Why? Well, there may be multiple revenue streams. Now, I could say, I can almost guarantee that any business out there has multiple revenue streams.
Yep.
Any successful business has multiple revenue streams. Any successful recording artist or artist, actor, whatever, they got some other business out there. They doing something. They put some type of money somewhere. And it's the two things that we need, essential: transportation and living, housing. Those are the two most important ones. Liquor, alcohols is another pretty good investment. There's a lot of different things. Clothing lines is a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
It's a challenge. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to invest in clothing lines. As an artist, Kanye could tell you what he went through, because I'm saying him because he's probably one of the more successful people in it. But millions lost. You got to look at that. Okay? I'm an artist, so I can sell clothing. Look, an artist don't make you a chef. Being an artist don't make you an actor. Being an artist don't make you the best car salesman in the world. Being an artist makes you a good artist. Okay? Whatever your talent is outside of being an artist didn't give you that talent. You already had that talent. So if you can sell cars, then you were good at that to begin with, alongside with being an artist. Jamie Foxx was a comedian, a great comedian. But did him being a comedian make him a great singer? Think about it. Or was he already a great singer? He just decided and strategized as to when and how he would reveal his singing career to us. And that's
I,
how you know.
somebody
That's
got a
how you
question for
know
you, Marcus. Somebody asked, "What's the easiest passive income in 2022?" Somebody just asked that question.
the easiest passive income.
Yeah, in 2022.
I would say when you figure that out, let me know. Easy? I don't
Yeah.
even know if there's such thing as easy is the accessibility that you already have to that particular form of income. If you know, meaning I guess it's easier if it's through family, you know, which means that you inherited if, as an inheritance or you inherited the family business. That's probably pretty easy. You know, if you have if you have an heir, if you're an heir, that's easy. That's a little bit easier income than having to build up from the ground floor up. Um, the most lucrative now is computer science. Anything technology is a win. You're in tech. All you tech heads are in demand. That's the most demanding field there is technology. They're killing everything. Matter of fact, they've created an entire world in crypto where honestly a lot of people that claim they're getting into crypto, they're still outsiders. They're not a tech or they're not an investor. They're outside. The tech heads and the investors, they saw the writing on the wall and they're coming together. One thing about the dollar, a dollar has no value until you say it has value. Okay? Uh, let somebody hand you 5 pennies. You'd be upset. Let somebody hand you a nickel. Okay, that's a little better. But you take one of those pennies and hand them to you, you're going to leave it on the counter. You're going to walk out. You might even drop that penny on the floor because you, as a person, said that penny doesn't have any value to you. American and U.S. currency or any currency only has value because we said it. We say it has value. We don't even have the gold to back this shit up. This is all this is all based on our belief that that dollar has a value. If we stop believing, if we all stop believing that the dollar had the value, then it would have no value. Crypto, what's going on is technology, the tech related people, and the people who have investment capital. You know, they saw writing on the wall. They see the financial system, you know, corroding a little bit, and they're stepping away from it. You know, and they're also seeing how technology has changed the face of music. It's changed the face of TV. It's changed the face of news. Matter of fact, it's changed the face of any employable job out there has been changed by technology. And if you don't see it, if you own a business and you lost a certain amount of money because technology came in, you'll understand from that point, like, yo, you see how much money I lost? I better get off my behind and figure this out. And so they got the investment savvy, they got their attention, you know, because I mean you got Bergdorf Goodman closing down, like this is where you know it's where it's coming to head and we can't ignore it. They've ignored it. They ignored the first 20 some odd years. They've ignored technology. Oh, yeah, whatever. You know, that's hogwash. Almost every business person I spoke to was talking about technology was hogwash. Now look at them. Same people, right? So now they believe, but now the belief system is shifting to crypto. Okay? People believe in the dollar, but if they eventually, and I'm not going to say it's going to happen right now or anytime soon, But if people stop in believing in the dollar and start believing in crypto, that's going to be the dollar, and the dollar will no longer be in existence. That's why I say invest in people, not in things, because it's people who spend money. It's people who buy things. Invest in people, not things.
I agree. My guy said even in prison we have tablets in prison. That was what I just said.
Well, I mean, what better way to keep tabs on you? You know, everybody has they're going to try to give everybody a number. You see how they keep the number? They give you're known by a number.
Yeah.
Well, they trying to bring that to all of us.
What about
They
that?
want us all to be a number now. They want us to be a scan code. All right, we're talking on our scan code right now. We are identified by the devices that we hold in our hand, and they're giving this to us, and they're putting it in our hands. And when you put your phone down, like how long can you be away from your phone before? I want you to count. How many hours can you even be away from your phone for a full hour?
I don't know.
Can anyone be away from their phone? So if that's the case, the there's only 1 hour out of your life a day that you can't be tracked.
Right.
Every other waking moment, even when you sleep, because I'm quite sure it's right there by the pillow or on your nightstand, and probably the furthest you have it is a nightstand. But you're not going to put it all the way over there on the dresser. No way. If you don't have a nightstand by your bed, that shit is by your pillow. Period.
That's
And we
true.
know it is. So we have a tracking system working on us every day, every moment of our life. We are being tracked. So, and we're okay with it because they gave it a smiley emoji. They put basically I saw a movie where they were feeding people poison or whatever, but they put the smiley emoji on the package. So when people started using the smiley emoji, I was like, yo, these movies will tell you a little something about what's going on now.
Yeah.
These
Yep.
movies will tell you a little something about what's happening.
But
But
Marcus, real quick, man. Hey, what drives you, man? Like, cause you a great person, man. You get up every day, you work out at John, so you doing boxing too. I like that, man. I'm a boxer myself, but you
that's
doing
because I'm
boxing.
afraid of Chavis, because Chavis gonna put me in a headlock. Hey, Chavis. Higher
Well,
vibes in the building. We did a shoe campaign together.
uh,
My motivation is just in living life and enjoying life. Um, everybody has their version or how they want to live their life, and there's a point in time where people, especially on social media, people live a life that somebody else wants them to live for likes, follows. Oh, my life is based on, wow, people like that, so let me do that. But I do other things. I do things that people might not like. That might not get, well, not like, but might not get a lot of likes on Instagram. I don't care about that. Well, I do. I might want to go to a museum. Why would you go to a museum? Because I want to. I like that. You might not like that. I do. You know, and also you got to find your tribe. I might have a tribe of museum heads that love the museum. So then I'll get all the likes from them then. And for the NFL and sports guys who post something about the game, hey, well, you had to go follow a different page.
exactly. Yeah, man.
The only time I like sports is playoffs and Super Bowl. I'll do my homework on who won what and who's at the top, and then that's the team. I mean, my team is of course Giants, but still, that's because that's hometown. That's
Yeah.
it, and it's Philadelphia too, Eagles. Yeah, that's next door neighbor town.
Oh man, we playing y'all next week. I'm a Bucks fan.
See, let's see. That's a neighbor. They right there. But but we'll see you in the playoffs. We'll see what happens. Right now, I probably won't even know what happened in the next week game.
Yeah.
Unless I call you, then I'm like, what happened? Okay. But
Yeah,
but outside of that, be you, do yourself. I mean, be yourself and do you. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, don't do it for likes. Some people love what I do, and then some of the things don't get no likes. It's still me. So hate it or love it. Life is a yin and yang. It goes up and down. You just can continue to live your life and keep going. Don't worry about who like and who don't like it.
you're right.
Because then you lose yourself.
Yeah.
You know. So, what's next for you, big brother?
Man, I just got my apparel coming. Like I just got that in. Like I said, I got blessed with opportunity to do a fashion show here in Maine, and your pops willing to help me out with that. He coming down here, bringing some amazing.
Good.
Like I said, I want to see you out here, man. It'd be fire, bro. You don't understand, Marcus. But if I see you and your pops out here in Maine, bro, like.
That's untapped territory. So we got to figure out what the next step is for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want to do it St. Patrick's Day weekend. So I mean, like a couple months from now. So
Is that a big moment out there? Do they really get into St. Patrick's Day? Tell me about
yeah,
Maine. What is Maine about?
Maine, bro, it's different, but they're coming around though. I mean, like I said, they love my apparel. They open minded. They're not too keen on like style. You know what I mean?
I
But
understand.
they open minded though. Like if you around it and you show them love, they're gonna show you love.
Yeah.
They're not too big on style. They really big on tractor trailers, going hunting.
Well, then
Stuff like
that's the style.
yeah.
That's the style. They like Caterpillar and they like plaid, shirts and well, that's a style. That's a streetwear style. Plaid shirts is part of the streetwear.
I ain't know that. See, I can learn
Yeah.
something for you, big bro.
Military pants, all that stuff. Cargo joggers. Like people love cargo. It's so comfortable, and they got that extra pocket. People love They love that utility stuff. Anything utility, So Maine would definitely be there, especially if you say hunting, because people like the hunting vest. Like anything that has a lot of pockets. Like people are into that right now. Comfort, rugged durability, something that you put in the wash and last. People are into that. Because they got too much fast fashion out here. They got too many brands that you throw in the wash one time and it's done. You know, and people are getting into things that have a lot of durability. Like we're in survival mode. With this whole everything going on with the country and with the pandemic, so on and so forth. I see fashion going into a utility style of branding because everything is about survival now. You know what I mean? Everything is about efficiency. You don't want to be outside too. You don't want to have to run outside too many times because you want to stay you know safe, and you don't want to be going to this place and that place anymore because it could be dangerous now. So you want to be a little efficient. That's the reason why the saddlebags have become popular. A lot of jackets with a lot of pockets, pants with a lot of pockets, utility straps, things of that nature. There's utility straps that you can hang on your clothes now, and then you can hang anything from. You can hang your phone bag from. They'll clamp the. It's a clamps that go on your jacket. It has a other clamp on the end, and you
Yep,
could just hang your stuff from it, hang it from your belt, and carry stuff. And just clamp it off. Have your gloves, clamp them off, throw them on, and go. You know what I mean? People are
that's
into
main.
that utilitarian
That's
type of
main for you.
fashion.
That's
That's the direction that everybody's going.
yeah,
You
you're right.
know, and definitely looking for the flannel shirts and the tweeds and stuff like that. The military, That's all popular right now. It will probably never go out. Just different versions of doing it. That's the reason why the clothes and the pants went a little looser. Because people want to be more active. They're wearing bigger clothes now. They're not wearing body hugging outfits anymore. Even women are starting to wear more masculine clothes because gender fluidity is coming into play as well. And it's easier if you're not really worried about your body type when it comes to fitting that outfit. Because if you're doing gender fluid, if it's shaped for a man, then it probably won't look right, and vice versa. But if it's all sized a certain way, anybody can wear it, and that's why gender fluid is so popular right now, because it's another all inclusive style and all inclusive environment. You know what I mean? So, like, at the end of the day, we might see both sides rocking something from their perspective or the other's perspective department. You might see somebody wearing a blouse and don't know it's a blouse. Yeah, Charlie Murphy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you might see a young lady wearing a full, gaucho suit, but you never know, you know. But I feel like the introduction of gender fluidity really enhanced fashion uh, culture to a degree of openness and inclusiveness, where people have become more open-minded in fashion. And I feel like it's become far more comfortable than it used to be, because you're starting to see more people getting more comfortable in fashion. Now, what do you think about Hollywood? With Dave Chappelle, he made an opinion. He expressed that in Hollywood, there's some type of rule that when an actor reaches a certain level, he has to wear a dress. I thought, I'm always thinking something sounds like it's a conspiracy theory, so I don't get into it, you know. But the man left $50 million, went to Africa, like, so it made me think twice about it. Like, is that an issue? Like, is that something that's happening, or is that just a conspiracy theory? Is that something that people just made up because they see all these roles and actors are playing, and they're wearing a dress in these roles? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's true in the sense, man, because a lot of actors has been wearing dresses and roles. Like even back in the day when Vin Rames played in the movie, when he played the female, I was shocked to see Vin Rames play a female. Remember that he wore a
Yeah,
dress in the movie. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Well, he played a different role in Pulp Fiction.
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
He played a rape victim.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, a big strong dude like that, that's a very submissive role to play.
Yeah,
But it's to me, showing your diversity as an actor is very important. So to me, I felt like any kind of role you play, where Halle Berry played a crackhead, she's not a crackhead.
Should not.
I don't, I haven't seen it. I never seen her do crack, so she don't know. But she played the role, and it excelled her to a different level. So I don't think it's about wearing a dress. I think it's just about look. How good of an actor are you? Are you so good that you can switch your gender? Because that's a good actor, you know? I don't think it's meant to demoralize or demean. Like, and if it is, if someone's doing that, that's probably a couple of individual knuckleheads that is doing that. But that's not. I don't think that speaks for everybody in Hollywood.
I
If it's true, I don't know. I I've never experienced it, No one said, Marcus, you gotta blah, blah, blah. I haven't been threatened or pushed to do anything I didn't want to do. Never. Not even coerced. So when people say they had these experiences, I honestly have never had an experience like that. I've never taken a loss because I didn't want to do something I didn't want to do. So when people say that, and I know there are a few people who shouldn't be, or who abuse their position in the business, and we know that happens, but you can still succeed without being, without compromising.
Yeah.
For every one person, there are 10 more. You just got to keep going.
Yep.
And that's it.
I agree.
But at the same time, if someone says, I want to wear a dress, wear a dress. Wear it.
You ain't hurt me, right?
Wear it. Wear the dress.
Yeah.
Put the dress on. Dolce & Gabbana. Get it. Just make sure that shit is Schiaparelli and Givenchy, and then I respect you. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So I mean, at the end of the day, we got some shows coming up. You got the clothing line. We gotta go out and get that up stylish clothing line. Just got my book in the mail.
Oh, that's fire right there.
It was one of our first photographers, Ernie Paniccioli, at Word Up Magazine. Is his book. It's called Hip Hop at the End of the World. Make sure you get yours. And Ernie is autographing books. So I'm going out to the office and have mine autographed personally. He said, ship it by mail. I said, I ain't doing this by mail. I'm coming to see you, bro. And then one of my fellow clients plays Michael Jackson in MJ the Musical on Broadway at the Neil Simon Theater.
That's fire right there.
Oh, let me tell you, the performance, I'm going to be honest with you. Michael was in the building. His spirit was in the building. They did so much respect towards that role. And Miles Frost is the actor. Like, I have to tell you, I have to give that man his props. He's going somewhere in his career, because what he did with Michael Jackson in that role, he really exceeded acting. And this is on Broadway. This is not a movie. This is on Broadway. Major actors respect Broadway to a different degree and level. So the fact that he pulled this off on Broadway, he pulled off Michael Jackson on Broadway.
That's fire.
That's a lot. It's saying a lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's saying a lot. So,
yeah, it is.
Shout out to Miles Frost and the team. We got about 4 or 5 different wardrobe and fashion people that are on his fashion team that I work with, and we're doing some things.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for In Black Magazine Volume 7. We have Philippe Blonde on the cover. We have Sherman Brathwaite from Ivy Park on the cover as well. We have a double cover. Again, we're touching all the cultures. We're representing all the people. In our culture and other cultures, it's all inclusive. Like, I want the world, in my world, is a gray world, is color blind, color free, or it's a world where we see all the colors with love. And so, get your copy of In Black Magazine, if not for nothing else.
Get your copy, please.
Get your copy. Get your copy. I mean, yes, I offer the magazine for free, but you have to see it in print. It is something else in print. Trust me.
Hey, Marcus, tell him how to
You're
get
not
hold of you,
doing
man.
enough. You go right to the end. This is Instagram. You go right to In Black Magazine, right to the page, and go into the link. And both copies are available in that link. You know, so all you have to do is type in if you wanna pin it.
I do that. Let's do that.
You know, I just typed it in. You know,
Let me see, can I pin it?
and we're open. We're open to look at your work and look at look at what amazing photographers, models, stylists, makeup and hair. You know, I mean, we can even do a beauty story where it's just makeup or a hair idea. You know, so you can get creative even without the clothing. You know, you could just focus all on beauty. You know, because that's another way to approach it. Um, you know, just use your imagination. Look at the magazine. Look at who's in it, and focus on finding your tribe that fits that direction. You have anything else you want to know?
That's good, man. Hey, I just hope people are taking notes. Cause this man, look, my brother came in here to gaze out some free, valuable information. So I just hope y'all taking notes, especially those who want to get into our world, into the fashion world, into the magazine world. Cause I know people had questions for John about magazines. Guys, this free information right here, man. This is thousands of dollars worth of information that you getting for free right now on IG. So I thank you, man, for being here, big bro. Like, I know you busy as hell, and you know what I'm saying, you got a lot going on, man. So it's just a blessing to have your time right now, bro, because I know you always grinding.
Yeah, man. I just got in and saw I got the notification. John Blassingame's on live. I'm like, what? You know, I had to
Yeah,
hop on. I had to hop
yeah,
on and show the love. You know.
yeah.
Well,
Doc
thank
called
you
me
for
up.
having us and bringing family together on this platform. We got to do it more often. Let's figure out some other, ways of sharing and educating people. Let's move forward.
Man, hey, we might do a show. We might do a show, big bro. Bring it back on IG, man, and keep it like keep information going on, man. I like this, man.
Well, when you save this, you can also put it on your YouTube.
Oh yeah, I might do that. I'm gonna do that.
So
I'm gonna
be
save
sure
it.
that don't forget to push the buttons to save it. Make sure that it doesn't go away because you have a choice. And Instagram will, you will lose your show and lose all of your content if you don't push the right buttons. So push the right buttons.
Yes, sir. I got you, big bro. I'm gonna
All
send
right,
that.
love and light, my king, and we'll definitely chop it up soon, especially when you get back out here to Jersey.
I can't wait, man. It was good seeing you, big bro.
Yes, sir. God bless.
God bless.
Take care.